for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Mixon with a first down carry to about the 48-yard line.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
As Stroud now to throw. He's got it to Collins, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 52 yards. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now Smith. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And some room to roam now. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing now is Geno. He finds Smith-Njigba. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Smith.
Hey.
Out wide and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they will finally get it, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was, or whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on fourth down. The first three, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the bootleg, Stroud. He's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan from 13 yards out. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
You know you can talk in this motherfucker. I see your message.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan?
Ready?
Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
You ain't ready. I'm going to come back on him and show you first, but you ain't ready.
The two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Gets around him on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And Walker once more. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7. Now it's Smith. He's got his big tight end, and it's out on the carpet.
Wow.
One of the linebackers has got it, and a big turnover there.
Oh, my God.
start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. They'll set up the screen here to mix him.
He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Now Stroud. Towards the sideline, Collins with a catch.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Here's Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation.
Final play of the half. Stroud.
Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
Now a hit and a loose
Again.
ball. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly
Oh,
And the way
God.
that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Gino. This is Fant on the short completion. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Straight ahead, Walker.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Smith now to throw.
That is taken in by the tight end Fant.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
A shotgun snap for Smith.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for this.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Geno's going to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Stroud. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Stroud out of the gun here. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Stroud.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7. There's Charbonnet once again.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance.
Here's 1st and goal.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes. even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up 5?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
Another extra point opportunity here. And it is good. So they take the lead, and now the pressure falls on their defense to try and hold on. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go.
Now Stroud.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Stroud to throw it.
He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Here's Stroud. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
We can't be totally sure that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is good. And the Texans are going to win the football game.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the whole team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what real estate people tell us all the time, it's location, location, location. So being at home, that could be a big deal because remember, they were down to a final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage had to help fuel all what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Tech. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Hurts throwing right away.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
They run to the dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Hurts. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Barkley.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 24.
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba.
Out of the gun, Smith.
That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is a chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So nothing doing there, and it's second down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On the give here, Charbonnet.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd down and 4.
Hey, here we go. Hey, keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
Again, it's Charbonnet. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
On the give, it's Walker.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll try the air now with Smith.
This one into the hands of Metcalf.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first
Let's
drive.
go, Mark B.
Responding, coming back. That's
Trying to go to my page so I can see you.
Their drive alive.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Now run by Charbonnet.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Geno now to throw. And he's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Here's Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Pharaoh Brown from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided
family.
to first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny them the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Throwing is Hurts.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the sideline he goes.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Yeah,
volley it on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The final shot here before break. Smith.
Mm.
That is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
In there to drop him for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean, an outstanding play.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the gun, here's Smith.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, it's Walker.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now Geno.
As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing now is Geno. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Here's Walker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. They had a little setback there on 1st down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touch.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
This is 3rd and goal.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This is 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Barkley inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down.
Hurts. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Smith's going to throw it. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now.
a draw play. It's Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Smith. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as he'll get it down inside the 25. Straight ahead, Walker.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel real about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. The veteran Jason Myers will get this one started. And off we go from Lumen Field. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now the first carry for King Henry. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On play action, here's Jackson. Now he takes off. And a knocking down just shy of the 40.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
I can tell you firsthand as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack. Hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big script.
And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Jackson now on 2nd down. He runs with it.
Damn, look this motherfucker fumble.
Some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
And that is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they're on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, Jackson. He gets that to the veteran, Aguilar. And he's going to have the Ravens first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's going to run it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy.
Come on, you got to fumble, man. You got to fumble, man.
That's the last play of the first quarter. second down, here's a run with Henry. And he will score. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Throwing from the start. Here's Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Down the left sideline. And he will score. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. They get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good game. It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson.
Do it.
Ball loosely, and it is out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Talking to me?
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On the ground, here's Henry. Henry rumbles to the 1st down and more. And he's out of bounds, marking him down right at the 10-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. Pick up of 46 yards. So, not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They'll go again here with Henry. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We're back to Seattle after this. Henry tries to pull his way in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. That his second touchdown tonight. Extra point try now for Tucker. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score a point. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. And what does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time.
Oh, good D.
Over the middle and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. You're not going to get away with it at this level.
They'll start out on
Come the fuck on. That's some crazy shit, bro.
at the 35. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Gonna go right back to Henry. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Play action now. Jackson. Now he'll run it.
That's just great awareness there, Michael. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the marker.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Jackson looking to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And he's into the end zone. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. On first down is Smith. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Ravens. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick them, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Ravens are in front. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach. Jonathan, all yours. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. On first and 10, here's Smith. Connected with the tight end. That's it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. 33 yards. First and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Here's second and 2. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Throwing on second down, Smith. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you're going to have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here.
And he'll take it on in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Working out of the gun, Smith. And he will go down. Doesn't even get a throw up. Try for 2 is unsuccessful. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. They'll run. It's Henry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Jackson now. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. They'll try and run for this with Henry. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down. They snap it to Jackson.
Ah.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on fourth down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over,
and they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of action. This a must-stop for this defense. Facing third and long. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Going to leave the offense out there for fourth and long.
Oh, damn it.
Incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Now, this looks like a design run. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Here's third down and a few inches. Seahawks are going to be set up with a first and goal as strong running takes them down to the 9.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Second down, goal to go. They'll drop to throw. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. To the goal line and in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seattle. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just one here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Recovering an onside kick has really become kind of a lost art nowadays, Mike. You just don't see it very often. You're trying to find where's the weak link, where's the hole in the recovery unit. Kicker's got to put the ball there, and then it's just a race to recover it.
Smith now to throw on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's second down and 3. Smith to throw.
God damn it.
And that could be the dagger. It's
Okay.
intercepted. Picked off by Curtin Simpson.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Henry. Past midfield to the 45. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, running left is Henry. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. Second down, Jackson. Escaping the dangers, throwing and completing. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. Here's a run. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory.